Gilliland currently running 12th. He started this race. He said the car was awesome. He told his guys over the wall, he said, don't let me do anything to mess this up. Well, they went caution on the track.
70 cars had contact with the wall guys rolling up the backstretch.
I think he lost the right front tire.
He hit the wall very hard, Johnny. Yeah, definitely knocked the toe out of it.
Johnny Sauter, the driver of that car, hitting the concrete coming up off of turn 2. There's the damage on the right side, right front tire down. Pancaking, taking some of the number and paint off. They will bring out yellow for the second time today.
And you've wondered that could be a case of melting that bead on that right front tire here, because you do use a lot of brake.
That tire does get that wheel gets so hot from that brake heat that it'll actually melt that bead on the tire. And I'm sure that's what's happened here.
Normally that wouldn't be a big deal as high up as he was, but that's where everybody's running right now. It's going to be a battle up front. You know, Michael Waltrip, you brought up him a while ago. We saw he's in 19th right now. He was running that high line and looking pretty good too.
Back to green flag racing. See the 99 car pulled down. That's Carl Edwards. He is being shown a lap down by virtue of the unscheduled stop, and the two right side tires had a right rear tire going down. So right now there are 30 cars on the lead lap in trouble off of turn 2.
Yellow's out.
Yeah, Michael got turned around right there. Didn't get hit. Been pretty lucky. We'll get turned around here and not lose a lap.
We're all right. We're all right. Come
a
on
little
around.
damage on the right rear.
One around.
That will bring out caution for the third time. As you said, he will not lose a lap, and Michael had driven the car all the way back up into the top 20. Show you again what happened to Michael in turn 2.
It's like a little bit of a chain reaction thing. These guys kind of got bottled up in front of him. He slowed down, and the guy behind him did not.
Yeah, it happens a lot here as you get down into turn 1 and everybody's trying to get to different spots there. See Michael go to the bottom as they jam up right there. Michael slowed down and got hit from behind.
Looks like Ryan Newman's one that got him from behind.
Yeah, we're all right. We're all right.
With this caution flag, the 28 car, Travis Quapple, will get the free pass. He was the first car lap down. He will get back on the lead lap. Now 31 cars on the lead lap.
Dave?
Andy, on that stop, they did not make any changes to David Ragan's car. Not because it was so good they didn't want to touch it, because you know you have to keep up with the racetrack here. But Jimmy Fennig reasoned that run had been too short for them to make a big swing at it. They wanted another full run to evaluate how the 6 car was working before they really went aggressive with the adjustments.
Now that's where a veteran crew chief can really help you, because the car was pretty good, and even though David might not have been totally happy with the car, he's not going to make a knee-jerk change on the thing until he really feels for sure they need it.
Jimmy Johnson, the 48, trying to make a move inside the 31 car. That's Jeff Burton.
We got the 16 car up in the wall.
And he is locked into the chase, but having a tough day. He just bounced that Ford off the wall. Now gets it going again.
Caution is out.
Fourth time today for the yellow, Greg Biffle.
We saw him go on a big long slide in practice the other day and not hit the wall, but that looked very similar to that, except this time he did catch a piece of it.
I'm not sure how much it's actually going to hurt, but it looked like he just might have got into that corner a little bit hot, and
he's hit it pretty good.
Yeah, he was out of control getting in there.
Wow, look at that.
Wow.
Looked like those final laps a week ago at California when he was hanging on, trying to run Jimmy Johnson down.
That's what you have to really be careful. You run that high line, you know, you might think that you can get in there harder, but he was trying to carry a lot of speed right there to the center. You could see him really close up on the 31, and that was just more speed than what the tires were able to handle.
Yeah, he was running in 11th position, trying to move in on the 10th and 9th place cars of Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Burton. Under caution for the 4th time at Richmond International Raceway. Back in just a moment. Earnhardt Jr. will lead him down. There are 32 cars on the lead lap. You saw Carl Edwards. He is one of those cars a lap down, currently being shown in 36th position.
We saw a lot of hard racing on the last restart. A lot of our chase guys 3 wide and in positions I'm sure they'd just as soon not be in, trying to get close to the front and get by these lap cars. It's always interesting on these restarts.
I see Carl Edwards racing real hard under Clint Bowyer. That's the last thing Clint needs is a car make a mistake right here.
Bowyer being shown in 5th spot. If behind him is Stewart, and right behind him was David Ragan. So behind Tony Stewart is David Ragan, and he needs to get to the 07 like Stewart's trying to do.
Yeah, the problem is the 99 car, Carl Edwards, he has nothing to lose right here, and Clint's got everything to lose.
And I'm sure Carl's aware of that. He's not going to do anything, even though he'd like to get that lap back or get in position to make that happen.
Whoa,
we see David Ragan.
Oh, no.
Matt Kenseth. Wow.
And he gets contacted by the 17 car of Kenseth.
That was us there, guys. Got loose in. Kenseth slid into the left front. Didn't hit anything else.
Caution again now for the 5th time, and the guy we're talking about trying to get in the chase, David Ragan.
You're going down or something. I'll bring it to you.
Is the one that brought it out.
Not only him, but Matt Kenseth is not locked into this thing by any stretch of the imagination. He's got a lot of damage, too.
Yeah, David Ragan's got a lot of damage. Well, you see the damage here on the 17 car. You can get away with some damage if you can clear all the tires.
Yeah. Kenseth needed to finish 26th or better to get in the chase.
We still have 43 cars out here, even though A.J. Allmendinger's back on the track is way down. We see David Ragan just get loose. Matt Kenseth was running that high line. Got into him. A lot of damage for both of those Rouse cars.
Yeah, a couple of team cars, and boy, Kenseth trying to get it woe down, just slid broadside into it.
You know, as much as we talked about Casey Kane not having a good day, he has remained on the lead lap, and with this type of thing right here happen, it could bring him back into the mix of this. That's 3 Rouse cars in turn 1 that have had problems.
Good job.
Yeah, we just had Biffle on the previous yellow. Here comes the 6 down, the damage of the 17 trying to limp down pit road.
Coverage starts at 7 Eastern on Monday Night Football.
Trouble here at Richmond, the 42 car.
Spun out, boys.
Juan Pablo Montoya, the 19 car Elliott Sadler, also having spun around. And a little damage on the right front there with Elliott and his Dodge.
Yeah, that's a huge break for David Ragan. He had just gone down a lap, and he'll get the free pass with this caution. But it's a terrible break here for the 19 car of Elliott Sadler. This guy's racing 3 wide down in the corner, which we've seen a lot, but looks like Montoya got in the wall before they got there.
Yeah, that was a little strange. I didn't see a tire down, but that's what it looked like may have happened.
Michael Waltrip's on board watching the 42.
One back. Leader now.
He was all the way up against the wall.
Yeah. Come down, come down, come down, come down, come down, come down.
So watch the 19 here and see what happens with him.
Couldn't quite figure out what happened to Sadler because he wasn't involved in the contact with Montoya.
Caution number 6, and Earnhardt Jr. will lead Kyle Busch, Harvick, Hamlin, and company on the pit road. There is Elliott Sadler's damaged or right front tire that's cut down.
Yeah, just a flat tire, Jamie.
Back at Richmond, caution number 7 on the day. Sam Hornish's Dodge just spun around. There was some contact up out of turn 4 with the 1 car of Martin Truex Jr. Sam trying to get it refired. There's Martin. He has refired and joined the fray. But we are under a yellow once again. Here's what happened.
Yeah, it looked like Martin Truex got down in here and he tried to get back to the gas oil. You can see him right behind the 78. Gets a little bit loose starting there, but it looked like he tried to turn the car down. Got a little bit loose, and then the 77, I believe, made just a little bit of contact.
And both of them go around here. It's like the 77 of Sam Hornish got the worst of this. Martin Truex just spun his around and kept going.
Tell you who got the best of it was, as you watch this spin here on the 1 and the 77, Carl Edwards gets back on the lead lap. The 99 car gets the free pass. And leaders head to pit road. Jamie.
Kyle Busch has a little momentum, takes it back.
Remember, these are the 2 guys that got together with 2 laps to go here in May. It was Junior who was leading and Kyle Busch who was running second.
Well, if this was going on about 185 laps from now, we might see a different scenario as what's going to happen here right now. But I think they're going to race pretty clean at this point in time.
Are you implying that Junior might remember that?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know how good his memory is, but I'm pretty sure he can remember back to May. It's really impressive. He's able to hang this time. They've been working on that car.
They got together.
And Kyle Busch goes around.
It's weighed 185 laps, Dale.
I guess I was wrong about that.
I think you meant 2 laps.
Twice today, I bet.
I don't. That didn't look intentional to me.
That's all right.
It looked like they were just racing hard.
Well, Junior wasn't the most popular even before. He's pretty popular right now as these fans stand and cheer here.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough break for Kyle. He's got a lot of damage there.
Let's go back in time and show you what we were talking about. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was leading here with 2 laps to go. Back in May, Kyle Busch making a run under him in turn 3. There's the contact.
That was late in the race.
Clint Bowyer able to get by. He ended up winning the race. There's the contact.
See the 18 just get loose on the inside of him there, and trying to correct it, got up into Junior.
Now here moments ago, there's the 88 behind the 18, this time entering 1.
Well, you see Dale Jr. hit the brakes real hard, locked the left front up. Looked like he tried to stay off of Kyle in that particular instance.
Yeah, and you had the 18 coming down to make his entrance into the corner. I'm not sure that he really thought Junior was up that far.
I know that looked like a payback, but it looked like just hard racing to me.
Well, there's certainly going to be different opinions.
One inside, stay low, keep digging there. Caution's not out.
All Kyle Busch knows is he got hit, and he wrecked his car.
Let's check out our Allstate Good Hands move of the race. You see Kyle Busch going over car. Look at Tony Stewart just getting by.
Kevin Harvick also.
Jimmy Johnson was there. Tony Stewart was there. And there's the damage on the back of the 18 car of Kyle Busch. Trying to get repairs to the Toyota. He was leading. Now he is on pit road. Caution number 8 on the day. Jimmy Johnson led 228 of 250 laps just in dominant fashion a week ago at California.
Guys, I'll tell you one thing I've noticed since the start of this race has really changed a lot. This track is a lot blacker, much blacker. Spin off the corner, Kyle Busch.
It is the 18 of Kyle Busch, Rusty, who was being shown a lap down. When he had the restart, he blended back in and lost a lap.
We've seen him do some of these, but they're usually after the race when he wins doing these big burnouts. We couldn't even see the car over there.
Andy, this is playing right into something you mentioned a while ago. I'm going to give you credit. The 11 car, Denny Hamlin, came down on that last caution, got tires, and these other guys are now, I believe, going to be forced to come in and get tires. And I believe Denny Hamlin might stay out there and be the leader.
It's an opportunity now for them to kind of swap this up on them and stay out. You know these leaders are coming down. They need to come down this time. They've only run about 10 laps since these other guys took 15 laps.
To the back of them earlier.
Denny Hamlin came out of the pits, by the way, in 17th position when they went to the restart a few minutes ago. He has climbed all the way to 6th with fresh tires. What happened to Kyle Busch? Let's see if Elliott Sadler, there was some contact there.
Yeah, a little bit of contact. Look at this. He does a great job to keep it off the wall.
Yeah, these guys are hitting pit road here.
And Rudeman, look at those black marks he laid coming off that corner.
Yeah.
That was a close call for Rudeman.
As we talk about the cars, how many's on the lead lap, that might not seem so significant other than the fact is these guys are still racing hard. But if something should happen to either the 6 or the 9 or the 07, then that could become a big factor. Very impressed watching David Rudeman out here. You know, he only has about 10 more laps on his tires, but to get that car out front and do the job that he's doing there, I know that he's extremely happy to put that UPS Toyota out in front of everybody.
And oh, by the way, when this one's over, he's got 250 more laps for the NASCAR Nationwide Series.
83 cars in the wall.
Yeah, scraping along the outside of the wall down in turns 1 and 2. There is the car of Brian Vickers, and it will bring out caution.
Caution's out, still inside.
You know, we saw that kind of developing as David Rudeman was going by on the inside, so he's got a right front tire flat.
Just over 100 laps to go, and all the pit strategy, those coming in and out, they're all going to be able to come in and make what should be their final stop. Under the yellow. Show you Vickers' issues there.
You see these guys, Rudeman and Schrader, racing really hard, and this really cost Schrader that lap right here because that 83 car had a problem. Got up against the wall here with a flat tire. Good news is Schrader will get the lucky dog, though.
Well, guys, I tell you what, this is really good news for Clint Bowyer. I mean, his lap times were really falling off the board, and I tell you what, about another 10 laps maybe, he was threatening to get lapped. So good news for this guy trying to stay in the top 12, Clint Bowyer, because I'll tell you, we got married back in that traffic, guys, and that car just quit handling.
About the last 10 laps of that run before that, he really was struggling. He lost like 4 spots. Shannon?
Yeah, tight in the center is the thing that Clint Bowyer's saying right now. But, guys, there are a lot of voices over his radio. Richard Childress, his team owner, his spotter, Mike Dillon, of course, his crew chief, Gil Martin. Everyone just telling him to stay calm, stay patient. Richard Childress actually told him to go to the bottom when the leaders were coming on top of him on the last run. So right now, Clint Bowyer back in the chase. Guys, they've also told him, save fuel.
We have
caution on the track.
Go up a little bit, go on up a little more.
Bowyer snuck through there. This happened right in front of Clint Bowyer.
Yeah, I think it was the 43s you see there. The 99 and the 21 were the 3 that they were most involved.
Come in and get some tires and just look for any damage.
Kyle Busch gets the lucky dog here. Puts him back in this race.
Montoya, who had passed David Rudiman and stayed out in front of him, he's on the lead lap and will get to catch up, come in and get some tires.
He got it back the old-fashioned way.
Yep.
So caution number 12, a break for 2 drivers. We'll show you again what happened. Bill Elliott, the 21 car, 99 Edwards, and the 43 Bobby Labonte. Watch up in the front of this from Michael Waltrip's on board.
Looks like Bobby Labonte gets a little bit loose right there. And then Carl Edwards, in trying to miss that, got below and got into the side of Bill Elliott. Richmond Racing. See Clint Bowyer right here in the 07 down on the bottom. David Ragan right there also.
I think his heart skipped a beat right there.
Both of those guys, yeah. It's a good thing they're young. It doesn't take long to get it started back.
Well, how do they see anything, though? I mean, it was the cloud on the racetrack and cars blocking the bottom lane. Well, caution number 12, Kyle Busch back on the lead lap, folks, with 84 laps to go. Mark it down. Rudiman, the leader. Well, just 34 laps to go. And what was it that it takes Junior's car? How many laps to get going?
He usually takes about 30, but he's staying pretty close to these guys right here on this restart. Shannon?
Hey, guys, Dale Jr.'s really been struggling with his car. They haven't made any major changes, just air pressure. Caution on the track, guys.
Yeah, Shannon, the 15 car, Paul Menard up into the wall. He'd had a couple of close calls over in turns 3 and 4, and he finally hits it up here.
Looks like Patrick Carpentier is involved in this also in the 10 car.
Carpentier spun in front. There's the 10 car Carpentier, and then the damaged Chevy of Menard.
Quite a bit of damage on the back of his Paul Menard's car here. See exactly what happened.
Carpentier, he got in here and got against Paul.
Yeah.
Both of them spin.
A little synchronized spinning there, and Menard gets the worst end of it. He does contact the safer barrier up there, bringing out caution for the 14th time. So we'll go back to green with less than 30 laps to go when we come back.